Welcome once again, everyone, to my YouTube channel. Today, we are looking at designing this interface you can see on my screen right here. So, we'll be looking at the design aspect, the UI, and then we are going to be looking at the prototype aspect, which means it's in two parts. So, without further ado, let's get straight to design. So, this is what we are designing, as you can see right here. It is a Porsche website. So I checked out Porsche website and I feel that the interface can be better, and then it can be more engaging. So this is what we have at the end of the day. This is what we have at the end of the day. This is what we have at the end of the day when I finished up the design. So let's just get straight to designing exactly this. So stay tuned. So this is my breakdown, but we are going to we are going to start designing this right from the scratch. We're going to start designing this right from the scratch. So the first thing that you like to do is just open your Figma file and do whatever you want to do there. So so we'll go ahead and open our design file. Now the first thing that you are doing is creating your frame. Yeah, this is very, very important. Creating your frame. So you select your frame, and then I'll be using a desktop frame with a dimension 1440 by 10,224. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be using. 1024. So this you can see this is the dimension, and then let's run up. Now with reducing this to 900, I'll reduce the height to 900, and then so that we can have something fitted to our screen. So the next thing that we are doing is that we are adding our fill. So by default is on full white, and I think this should be okay too. Full white should be okay too. And the next thing that we are doing is drawing out our layout grid. Now layout grid is very, very important so as to help with our alignment gain. So all you have to do is to add your layout grid, and then you set it up, open this up, open the settings up. I will change this to what? Column, change this count to 12. I will change this to yeah, 12. I will just put margin of margin of 90. Okay, sorry. Margin of 90. So I'll be using margin of 90 and the gutter of 12. Gutter of 12. So that's the layout grid I'm going to be using for this interface. Now, on to the next one. The first thing that we're designing here is the navigation bar. Now, the navigation bar encompasses of the Porsche logo, the menu bar, and every other thing that we're going to be having there. So the first one here is where we are going to be inputting the Porsche logo. The Porsche logo. Now, the Porsche logo is just a write up of the font. So I already have the font installed, which is called you can just input your text too. You input your text, and then I will input it here, which is what is already on my default. So this is the Porsche. So if you want to install your this actual font, just have to go to Porsche, just search install Porsche, or you want to learn how to even install any font in general. I already have a video to it anywhere, will be showing on this screen. So that's how you should see how to install a font there. So I'll add this font, and then I will input the text there. I will input the text there. So all I have to do is to increase this a bit because it's too small. So let's try 36 there. I think 36 is good. 36 is good. Make sure it is centered at the middle of the frame. Make sure it is centered at the middle of the frame. So that's that for the logo. That's that for the logo. And as for the icons that we're going to be using, as for the icons, you can see these are the icons that we are using there. These are the icons that we used. These are the icons that we used. So we are going to be using this icon and then this icon, this menu icon and then this accessibility icon. So that's what we are going to be using there. So I will use this back to 24. I just remember that it was 24 that was used on the design, the first design. So on to the next one is going ahead to search for your icon. Now the place I use in order for me to get my icons is called Icon Finder. So it's a very good place to get any icons that you're looking for, whether it's 3D icons, if you are going to say it's right there. So all you have to do is just to input your search, which is what menu or hamburger icon. You are going to, so you can see menu. I want to spell that correctly. So this is what we are. So merely looking at this, you should see that this is similar to what we already have. So we just select this and then you copy this as SVG. Please, it's very, very important for you to know how to copy your icon. So it's better that you copy as SVG. Copy as SVG, and I will go straight back to the file, and then I will paste it, Ctrl V to paste your design there. So at the same time, I can scale this up a bit. I'll try and scale it up a bit so that it will be more visible and accessible to people using this. They wouldn't want to be squeezing their eyes too much for them to see this. So I'll be using the width of 44 by 44, dimension of 44 by 44. And at the same time, you can just get any icon from here, and I will still go ahead and just copy the icon I used on my own interface earlier on, so as not to waste our time. So I will just copy this. I will copy this. I will check. Okay. So, so you can see that this one is on 40 by 40. Make sure it is aligned at the edge of the icon of your grid there. Make sure it is aligned. So I will also be dropping this back to 40 by 40. So just change one. So 40 by 40. So that's that on the navigation bar. So the next thing that we're just doing is just that we adding auto layout. So you shift down and then you select individual icons and the logo here to add your auto layout. So it's very, very important that you add your auto layout to your interface so as to help with alignment. So as to help with your alignment. So I already added an auto layout here. So I can call this or rename this as the what? Navigation bar. Nav bar. So that's that on that one. I will also place the y value here to nothing extant. I will place this on 60. I'll place this on 60. So that's that on the navigation bar. So on to the next one is just our write-up that we have in here, which is what? The Porsche, the same write-up is still the same thing that we are doing. But for this one, I will just duplicate this one right here. You can, how to duplicate is just shift, make sure that your mouse is on here, and then you alt down, you will see this double Gantt icon right there. So you can just drag and drop it towards. So that's how to duplicate. So I will just delete one and then find a way to increase the size of one. So I will switch back to my scale 2. Scale 2 is right here. So switch to scale 2 so that we can be able to increase the size of this text right here. So that we can be able to increase the size of the text right here. So I'll make sure that this one is at the mid. So I can just increase it like this. So it doesn't have to be any size in particular. Just make sure it is well and organized. So on to the next one. I will just delete this O right there, and then input spaces right there. So that's where our circle is coming in. Our frame, sorry. Our frame is coming in so that we can insert the video inside of it. So all you have to do next is to draw your frame, go to your frame, and then you draw it up. Go to your frame and then you draw it up. So you create a frame for that. So whenever you are creating your frame, make sure that you are working with text to right there so that it won't look somewhat weird. So I will add a fill, change the color to probably black, and then I will also add corner radius. Now corner radius of 60. Let's see that how that one is looking. Now that one is kind of too much. I will reduce that to like 40. Corner radius of 40. Corner radius of 40. I think that's okay. Or let's see what we did here. So the dimension here is width of, so okay, I will just copy the component here. I will copy it, copy as properties. So I'll copy the properties there so that we have something very, very accurate. So that's that already. It's already installed but we don't do that. So let's be sure. Okay, 279. Say 279. By what? 157. Let's just round it up. 157 and 156. 157. So we already have something similar to what I've done earlier on. So to the next one is just for you to insert the video that you want to use right in here, and that's all. You insert the video that you want to do. So how to insert the video? So please note that if you are not on Figma Pro, you might not be able to add a video, but at the same time you can also use a picture or any image to actually practice this stuff. I will select the video that I want to add. Now I will also be adding I'll also be adding to the video that I used, link to the video that I used on this. I will be adding it to the description. I'll select the video that I want to use and I will select this video right here. So you wait for it to load. Now it is up. We've uploaded it, and then I think we should be good to go. So we can just add these two into a frame. Make sure you shift down and then you select this the right up and the video box there. So Control Alt G, that's how to add it to a frame, or you right click and then you click on frame selection. So that's that on this first interface. So for the second one, you duplicate this same frame, right? You duplicate this and then you make sure that this one you remove all the corner radius that we're having on this video frame here, 0, and then you make sure that you change all of the let's increase the video size first. So I will scale this video size up to fit the primary frame that we are using right here. So I will scale that up right now. So I make sure I align it to a certain angle first, and then you can now increase to fit the frame. So that's that on this one. Now the next thing that we are doing is that you make sure that the navigation bar is above what the video frame there. So I make sure I bring this one above, so it's working with, and I change the color. So I will need to change the color to probably white. Yes, I'll change the color to white. So you change the whole color to white so that you can seal them on this surface right here. So the next thing that we are also doing is that we we add a back button there. So we add a back button there. So all I'm just doing here is that I will just still duplicate this one. I will duplicate this one. I will duplicate it downward like that. Yeah. Probably to somewhere here, and then insert what back so that they will be able to back the video to any. So at the same time, we will know that we want to reduce the size of this one, the back, because we don't like it to take all the whole configuration there. So I will reduce it to like 16, and then go ahead and find an icon that actually represents back. So insert back, or any other thing that you can use to actually uh note this. So I'll change this to all styles. Yeah. So this is the icon that we're looking for. So you copy the icon, and then you go back, come back here, and then you insert, you paste the icon. So this is the icon. You can just place it beside it. I will change the color of the icon to white. Yeah. So, and at the same time, I will also add the auto layout to this tool right here. So select the tool and then add your auto layout. Auto layout shortcut is shift A. So that's that on that one. So the spacing between there is 5. So we'll just make sure it is centered at the middle of the frame as well. And then please make sure you check out these edges right here. Make sure it is well fitted to the frame. If not, you are not going to have something nice. So make sure you can, if it is not well fitted like mine, you can increase that as well. You can increase it. So I already increased that. Make sure you are using your scale tool to increase. So please check the both sides so that you can have something nice. So let's quickly preview our interface. Let's see what we have. Let's preview that. So this is what we have right here. Which is already working very fine. So we are still going on the part 2 of this video. We are going to be showcasing, I'm going to be showcasing a prototype of this one right here, how to make it interactive, and then you have to actually make it come alive, how to actually put those effects on it. So let's see the second video right there. Sorry, let's see the second screen right there. So okay, now this is the second screen. Yes. So this is the whole interface of the second screen. So that's that on that. Please, do you find this video helpful? Do well to subscribe, like, share, and turn on the notification button. So please stay tuned for the next video, for the part 2, so that you can see how responsive this is going to look like, or how to go about the prototype. So see you on the next one, everyone. Peace out.